the van. I'm like, don't we need to tell your parents where you are or what you're going to be going to do? No, they're drunk and passed out on the couch. And I look at them, I'm like, no, they're not. They go, yeah, they are. So I went and checked and opened up the door, and sure enough, their parents were drunk and passed out on the couch. But they knew the van, and they knew that I, even though they didn't know me, technically a safe place to go. So they did. Again, can you imagine you doing that and you letting your kids? Would you do it, Steve? Absolutely not. But that's the way it is on the reservation, okay? It is probably worse than what you're thinking. It's a third world country inside the United States that has a lot of issues. And, you know, for many of you, I've been to your churches and I've given the presentation about what we do, trying to explain all of that. And again, afterwards, if you have never heard me speak in your church or heard the basic gist of what we are doing and why we're doing the things we're doing, please come and talk to me. I'd be happy to share with you what's going on, or talk to my lovely better half. I don't know where she's sitting, somewhere around here. Oh, there she is. Beth Anna, you could talk to either one of us. We'd be happy to fill you in on more of the details. Again, one of the things that we do, again, in Choo Choo is spend time talking to adults. The picture there on the left, that is Joey, his wife Carmen, who's also on the right, making what gringos would call a tortilla, but it's not a tortilla. It's better. It's called chumit. It's better than any tortilla you will ever have, but they call them tortillas. Chumit is better than a tortilla, brother. But he's like, them's fighting words. That's good. That's good. But that's their son, George. And the little girl that's there is not their daughter, but she's one of the girls that comes to Bible Club. But we spend time visiting with them. Within the last 3 weeks, they had 2 deaths in their family that weren't suicide, but might as well have been. Can you guess why I would say that? I heard it. Somebody said it, drunk. That's exactly right. They drank themselves to death over a long period of time. One was 39 years old, which was Joey's niece, who basically he raised her. She was like a daughter. And also one of his sons, who was 35 years old. Both of them were offered options to go into dialysis to protect and prolong their life. His niece basically said, there's no way. I'm ready to die. And when I get to heaven, I'm going to take God by the throat and tell him he has to let me in because I lived such a horrible life. Is that good theology? But that was her life. And she's gone now. And she had no hope. Do you understand why we're there? Okay? That's why we're there. I went backwards, sorry. Archie Hendricks is a ministry that we do on Thursday nights. I've got to speed this up. Archie Hendricks is a ministry that we do on Thursday nights. It's to an elder's home. Right now, I have cut back. I have 2 ministry partners that I'll show you in a second that are helping me because I'm finishing up my seminary with my degree in biblical counseling. And this year is just a unique year. But I have 2 people helping me. The one on the left up here, his name is Randy Wyatt. He's actually moved from Cornerstone Church, where Jim Adams is, has moved down to within a half an hour of where we are, and goes and preaches basically 2 out of 4 weeks at Archie Hendricks. And then the young man on the right, you talk about training people up in your church, that's him. He's 27 years old. His name is Josh. And we got to know him a few years ago during the pandemic, during a ministry of food, trying to hand out boxes and stuff like that. Him and I started talking. He was in a Southern Baptist church who wanted to be trained for the ministry. But he was a Presbyterian. So he believed in paedobaptism. And him and I started hanging out and talking. We started doing Friday nights. We had already started doing Friday night Bible studies, but then he started coming, and I happened to give him a book on baptism and believer's baptism. He's no longer a paedobaptist. So there is hope for all y'all presbos out there. So he's coming along. And a few months ago, we were gone for 6 weeks. He actually took over the thing in Choo Choo, working with the kids in the visitation, and it was great. The kids miss him. But now he's spending more time in his church on Sunday nights at Providence Baptist Church in Casa Grande. Here's what we're trying to do, and I'm going to hang out in these pictures for just a minute so that way you can remember to pray for them. The one on the left, again, It's Pastor Jay Wan of Cells and First Papago Baptist Church. And the picture